with me is a local rapper, Blizz. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming out today. Well, inviting me into your place today. And you have a project coming out?
Yes.
And what's the name of your project?
It's called To Whom It May Concern 2 Final Draft. Is yeah, this is my new project and stuff. It's pretty good. I think you'll like it. I like it so far.
Okay. Based on the tracks that you played, I did like it. And the first track you played was Scatterbrain.
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
Yeah, Scatterbrain.
Okay, Scatterbrain. How did that song come about?
It was just actually with that record, it was more so with me kind of just wanted to give wanted to give like a synopsis of what the whole record is about. You know, like I did call this album as a generational album, and it really just brings to life everything that I'm going to be talking about throughout like all the records. I think it's probably about 12 songs on the record, so I think throughout all of the 12 songs, Scatterbrain kind of captures everything that's going to be in those records.
So it brings it all into a whole full
Yeah,
circle.
it's like one of those things.
Okay, so I love the fact that you called the album a generational piece.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that you really looked into our generation and the direction that it's going in. What made you decide to write a whole album about it, though?
Just like living. That's it. Cause I mean, naturally, I probably didn't even pay attention to it the first time around or the first couple times around, before, like my first two mixtapes. But I actually wanted to take some time and actually live before I wrote. Cause I didn't have any inspiration for this project. I just knew I wanted to be called To Whom It May Concern 2, and then like the second part of the title was going to be called Sincere Edition, because it was like it's kind of be like I'm sincere about my craft and stuff like that. But then I felt like I had no inspiration about it, and then I heard this J. Cole line in his song called Cold Summer. And it said, I rhyme with the skill as if Nas went to college on scholarship, met Pac, and said, I'm down with you. So I just felt like that kind of personified my life, because I started pursuing music when I was in college, when I was like a sophomore in college and stuff like that. So with that being said, it just from then on, the inspiration of the record just kind of drove it from there. So you know what I mean. I definitely kind of saw what I wanted to talk about through different just different life experiences. Me having conversations with my peers and my brothers, and just my life experiences in itself.
What inspires you the most to write one of the songs on the album?
What inspired me the most? It was just, I guess it was my past and just my area. Just my people. Like really, like I'm one of those artists that's just solely for the people. I can't care about one specific thing. You know what I mean? But my whole, I guess my whole way of thinking is more objective than subjective. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I wanted to, everything I do, my business is about the people.
I'm going to go into the production of the album. What parts did you take in producing the album?
Well, the actual producing, I didn't make any of the beats for the album, rather, but actually arranging and writing the songs and melody, I wrote the whole project, maybe even I'd say 97%, because it was probably like one hook and one verse that I didn't write. You know what I mean? But like 97% of that album, I actually had part in producing, because of because of, like I said, I wrote it. I actually arranged the records and things like that. So yeah, probably about 97%. But I didn't make any of the beats.
Do you consider anybody in the DMV that's like your competition?
Everybody.
Yeah, but you know how somebody is kind of almost like you?
I mean, nah, nah, not like that, because
like, no, nobody
nah,
likes me.
nah, because simply because I feel like, I'm not saying that I'm doing anything that's just so new that it's never been done before or something like that, but I do feel like I'm pushing the culture from a perspective that's not being pushed a lot.
Right.
That's not being light isn't shed on that a lot. The way that I'm pushing it. You got different artists who out here that are good, that are like really good. I mean lyrical, like no-brainer music, whatever element of hip hop you want to go into. I think it's artists out here that can do it. But I mean, as far as I go and people doing it like me, nah, I'm not gonna see anybody like doing it like me. No, and even if I did, I probably still wouldn't say it on camera like that.
Do you get a lot of your supporters from Baltimore, or is it from outside or surrounding cities?
Like my supporters come from here. Like a lot of them come from here because a lot of them are my friends and my family, like actual fans who listen to my music or something like that. It's all over the place because of the markets that I chose to put my music in, and the people who outsource my music, I guess. But yeah, like a lot of my supporters do come from the city, definitely.
So how do you market your music or to different people outside of your own city?
Outside of my city, really, it's like the internet is a great tool for that. The internet is a great tool for it. You gotta have like some type of get up and go about you as far as in your city. You gotta have some type of get up and go. But I've never strived to be like the zip code king. And then my PR firm, Artist PR, they help me out as well. I mean, they do an abundance for my music. Outsourcing like licensing opportunities and different things like that, trying to get me different show placements and stuff like that. But I've always wanted to be able. I'm always traveling. Like when I have a project out, I'm always traveling. Like I'm never just in one place. So that's mostly how I get my music out there. Yo, what up? My name is Blizz. Right now, you're watching the beautiful industry blogging, like the industryblogger.com. You dig that? 100.